What is up, guys? This is the Overleveled Podcast, episode 46, and it is great to be back yet again. We have Inspector, Marvel DC fan, back always. Inspector took a break last week, and he's back this week. And we're going to talk, a couple news has been, floating here and there. And we're going to quickly just talk, I guess we can talk about the Assassin's Creed Odyssey Metacritic score. There's a lot of smaller news and like subset topics for, a genre or, a movie of sorts, right? So quickly talk about Assassin's Creed Odyssey. And we have kind of two topics to talk about Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Assassin's Creed Odyssey is actually getting, good reviews. Sitting right now at a 85 on Metacritic, which is very good that it's on there. I'm a big sucker for Greece, but I am not going to get the game because of I just want to save money. And of course, there's another big game coming out this month called Red Dead Redemption 2. So yeah, I'll be putting all my time into that. And I will wait for a sale that will be going on that most doubtedly will happen for Assassin's Creed Odyssey. But, I can understand the fatigue. It's come out a year later, or year after Assassin's Creed Origins. And, I haven't finished Assassin's Creed Origins, and I should, right? I bought the game, and I'm like halfway through it, and I haven't finished it since. Maybe because I got that fatigue for Assassin's Creed Origins, because I've been supporting Assassin's Creed for a very long time. And I just wanted to take a break, and I might dive back in when there's a drought for gaming. I might go back this month. But overall, it's a good score, and for me, it just kind of looks like a reskin of Origins, but set in the Greece era. And people love the Greece era. I love the Greece, area. But it looks cool, and you got more RPG elements. But for me, I want to save money. But what do you think, Marvel DC fan, about Assassin's Creed Odyssey getting good scores?
Well, I mean, it's good that it's, getting good reviews and people are liking it. But for me, Assassin's Creed has never been a series that I've been interested in. And not really, especially like now, since to jump in, there's been so many games. And so if anything, I'm not really going to pick it up. I'm probably going to just wait until Red Dead comes out and just play that. So
yeah, because Red Dead Redemption 2 comes out in 3 weeks essentially. So yeah. What about you, Inspector? What do you think?
I think it's good for the game. I'm probably not going to get it right away, just because, like you said, I want to save money, and also midterms are coming up, so I have to focus on those. But like you, Red Hood, I've pretty much been supporting Assassin's Creed ever since 2 came out, or like ever since Brotherhood. But I played Brotherhood and then 2, and I've liked pretty much all of them except for Revelations 3 and Unity. But I never played Origins because the trailers didn't really entice me that much. But I like the Greece era, and like that's the only reason why I would get it.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep, and us hearing the rumors that the next Assassin's Creed game won't be coming out next year, and we'll go more into why that probably is the reason, and as well as it's finally going into the samurai and ninjas. So now it's like all the other games are doing that already. So it's like
that's gonna become the new fad, I think.
Yep.
After Ghost of Tsushima and Sekiro.
Yep.
It's gonna become the new fad.
Exactly. But now we can talk quickly, and I'm hoping this isn't the case where it becomes a grind fest. There is, some reports that towards the end game, you have to grind a lot because there's sort of like towards the ending, it's like very high level or something like that. And I don't know if they're forcing you to buy microtransactions or, it's the case where, you can boost your XP. I don't know how it is. I would have to have the game to see. It could be a situation where it's cheat codes, right? I don't know. It's just to this point, I can't say. And if it's the case where, it's a near impossible and you have to buy it, these Helix credits with your own money, then I think that's wrong. But if it's, you doing side missions, it's like an RPG. RPGs are, basically grindy in a way anyways. So I just, I'm going to take that wait and see approach. I'm not even going to get it day one. I've said that. We've all said that, we're going to probably, get a first sale on Black Friday or maybe next year. And I'm just like, all right, we will see. If that's the case, then that's messed up that Assassin's Creed Odyssey did that. But, getting those high scores and, getting the praise it's getting, I don't know. It could be the case where it was with Devil May Cry 5. It was blown out of proportion. What do you think, Marvel DC fan?
I mean, if it is the case where like you really have to level up at the end of the game, and the only way to really do it is through microtransactions, I feel that's just like you said, it's just wrong on the player. But I guess like. I mean, if you're doing like side quests throughout the game and like all that, and if you don't have to do that, then I guess it's fine. But if it's still the only way to go is like pay to play sort of thing, it's just not good at all.
Yeah, agreed. What about you, Inspector?
I pretty much agree with what you guys said, so I don't want to sound like a broken record. So
yeah, I got you. All right, so the big thing, you know what? We won't go to PSX. The Last of Us Part 2. PlayStation Music outed what year The Last of Us Part 2 will be coming out. It will be coming out in 2019. I think a lot of people thought this was going to be the case. We don't know exactly when in 2019. My prediction is it could be in May of 2019 or June of 2019. But I think that's a good thing. I think that I can't wait for it. I listened to The Last of Us Part 2 on Spotify, the Cycles track. I believe it's called the Cycles track. And of course, it was the same song that was played at the E3 2018? Yeah. So Gustavo is like, dude, he's a really good composer. And I'm glad he's back on it. Yeah, it's called The Last of Us Cycles from The Last of Us Part 2. It's really, really good. But well, DC fan, what do you think about the year? About us being right about that year? It's coming out in 2019. PlayStation Music, outing the 2019 year it's coming out.
I mean, I'm glad because, like, it's not like in the overstuffed end of 2018. It gives enough time for more trailers to come out and more time for us to be excited. And also, I'm really glad that Gustavo is back doing the soundtrack because I absolutely loved the first Last of Us soundtrack. So I'm hoping that he can do something that will beat the other one out. So.
Yeah, exactly. What about you, Inspector? What do you think about the year is coming out, and what's your prediction of the month it will come out?
I'm happy that's coming out in 2019. I'm surprised because I thought it wouldn't come out until 2020, but I'm happy that it's coming out until 2019. I mean, and it's coming out in 2019. As for the month, I don't know. I think it's going to be closer to fall, maybe like July or August, maybe September.
Mm-hmm. All righty. Another interesting tidbit of news: Game Informer revealed their cover for, was it November? I believe. I think it was. Dreams is on the cover, and they're going to be doing the whole month. I believe it's a whole month coverage of Dreams, And, you know, I don't think we've gotten an actual firm release date for the game. It's supposed to be coming out next year. Let me look at it. Dreams release date, just to make sure. Okay. PlayStation employee hints at November release of PS4 game, potentially Dreams, but that November was technically the Game Informer thing, and it was saying, let me look. I think it's supposed to be okay. So he's tweeted about how the release of Days Gone. Okay, it's interesting, and he wonders what's coming in the November of this year. So we don't actually have a firm date. All we know is that Dreams will some way somehow come out whenever it is. It's the Game Informer article. A Media Molecule is making it. We saw the game a couple of times during the intermissions for the games at E3 2018. It looks cool. It seems like it's like essentially a more sophisticated version of Little Big Planet, and you get to create your own stories, your own levels, and I think that's great. But is it a game for me? Not really, but I can't hate on this type of game. It looks good, but it's just not my type of game. So I'm just wondering when the game will come out, because it will have to be set up for a good date so it can shine. But hopefully it gets good sales. I just can't buy a game just if it doesn't interest me. I can still give the kudos to Media Molecule for creating a sophisticated title that people can make their own levels, and hopefully it succeeds like Little Big Planet did. Marvel DC fan, what do you think about the next cover for Game Informer being Dreams?
I mean, like, it's interesting. Like, honestly, it's kind of been a game that's been flying under my radar. I haven't really been keeping up with it, so I'm hoping that throughout the month that it's on Game Informer and that stuff, hopefully it'll win me over, but we'll have to see about that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. What about you, Inspector? What do you think about the cover being Dreams?
I mean, like Marvel DC fan, I've been paying no attention to this game. I know they pretty much restructured it from the ground up since they first announced it, I think in 2016 at PSX, right?
Yeah.
So they pretty much restructured it. No, it was E3 2016, not PSX. I mean, it's not really my type of game. I never played Little Big Planet. I'm not really into those create your own games, and it just looks a bit weird to me. So I'm not really interested in the coverage, to be honest.
Yep, that's fun. Alrighty, so I guess we can. I forgot of last week. Marvel DC fan. Did we talk about Crackdown 3 last week? I completely forgot about that.
You know what? I don't remember also. So.
You know what? We'll just put that under the rug for Crackdown 3. Yeah. We can talk about PSX and how it won't be coming this year. And the reason for it is because they don't have enough games to show, and they feel that the games that they would show would be disappointing, and they don't want to have another PSX that was 2017. And I totally understand that, but I also believe there is another reason for them not going for a PSX of 2018, and we can go into it after our thoughts of what we think about PSX not coming this year, because I'm pretty sure they said that they're going to be at Paris Games Week as well, and they had they showed off games at TGS. So.
Paris Games Week. Do you think Paris Games Week is going to become their PSX, and they're just not going to be doing PSX anymore?
No, there's another reason why I think that, but we'll go with right now with you, Inspector, what you think about them not going, doing the PSX?
Yeah. I was really surprised when I saw it. Like, I was just scrolling through Twitter one day. I'm like, I think it was Polygon or someone or Destructoid. They said, "Oh, PlayStation isn't doing PlayStation Experience this year." I'm like, "What?" They've been doing it for the past like 3 years, and it's like their big events. And like, uh, I was surprised because I don't know what they're gonna do. Just because it's been their thing, so I don't know like what they're gonna do. I don't know if they're gonna have another thing next year or if if they're just delaying it because they're planning on revealing the PS5 next year, or I don't know.
Yep. All right. What about you, Marvel DC fan?
I was also surprised when I saw that they weren't doing PSX this year, but I totally respect the choice that like they didn't have as many games they didn't want to show off, so I mean they didn't want to do it. So, so hopefully, they if they're going to Paris Games Week, they show off some good stuff, and hopefully we'll get some really good. We'll have PSX for next year, and maybe hopefully we'll get some good coverage from that.
Alrighty, so I have this speculation. A lot of other people have this speculation, and it kind of points to it. We've had reports for the new Sony, like after Andrew House stepped down, the new Sony boss. I don't know his. I think it's Codera or something like that. That's the last name. And Inspector did nail it on the head. I think it's because the PS5 will be revealed soon, not this year. It'll be revealed, I think, in February, like they did last year. I think we covered on the podcast that a Japanese firm outed that the PlayStation 5 would come out at the ending of 2019, but because of the shortages of parts for the PS5, that it might be delayed to early 2020. So I think that's really the case. And these games, these PS4 games, were, mainly talking about Ghost of Tsushima, Last of Us Part 2, Days Gone, as well as Death Stranding will be the final phase of the PS4's life cycle. And I think that's going to be ending it off. These games, and I think they'll be cross, generational games, because I think it's either you're going to get another version of these games on the PS5 or they'll be backwards compatible. Or it's both. Backwards compatible and these like updated version of the games with better graphics, better resolution, better frame rate. I think that's going to be most likely the case, and that's kind of another reason as to why Assassin's Creed won't be coming out next year. So that is also another reason, as well as CD Projekt Red's game. I think it's going to be coming out for the PS5 and the whatever the Xbox is called. But Inspector, what do you think about that? I mean, I feel like the signs are pointing towards like this is the end of the PS4 life cycle. These last 4 games.
Yeah, I was expecting the PS5 to come or like be revealed in 2020 and come at the end of 2020, but with all of this info, I think it's more likely that it will be announced next year and then come out probably at the beginning of 2020.
Yep. What about you, Marvel DC fan?
I mean, I guess for sure we can say that now for PS5 will be like early 2019 the most. But in terms of release date or release window, late 2019 to early 2020.
Yep.
Be my guess.
That's my guess. And it kind of gives credence to also a leaked game. It's a couple years off. It's been leaked. People have seen footage of it. I've seen footage of it. It was initially leaked with, I don't know who covered it. It looked very authentic. and it was first it's either Rocksteady or Avalanche Studios making the game. Then it was confirmed that Rocksteady wasn't making the game, and it's the Harry Potter game. It looks like a big RPG, like create your own wizard. And not gonna lie, it looked pretty dope for what I've seen. And I can say this just like about Spider-Man, that there wasn't a definitive game yet for Harry Potter, just like there wasn't until Marvel Spider-Man came out, and the same thing with Batman until the Arkham series came out, that we've never got a very good Harry Potter game. They've always been mediocre, and except for I think the Game Boy Advance games were pretty good. And I was more talking about of the Harry Potter Chamber of Secrets on the Game Boy Color, and it was really, really good. And it was very like RPG-esque style and turn-based, and I really love that about it. But Marvel DC fan, did you see the leaked footage for the Harry Potter at all?
I did not watch it, but I know that it. But I saw an article about it, and I agree that like there hasn't been a definitive Harry Potter game. Like the ones that have come before, most of them were like movie tie-in, cash grab sort of games. So hopefully when this new one comes out, it'll pretty much be the Spider-Man PS4 to Harry Potter.
What about you, Inspector? Have you seen the leaked gameplay for this game at all?
No, I haven't. I have not.
Did you hear about the news or no?
I heard about it passingly, but I didn't really pay attention to it.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it for you guys because it looked dope, and I don't think I can find. Oh, okay, I got it.
It's on Twitter. I'm actually watching it right now. It looks pretty cool. I'm not watching it with sound because I don't want it to echo into the mic. But
yeah. It looks dope, and
it looks cool.
Like the graphics look pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
Even though it's
customizing your own character.
Yeah, the graphics the graphics look cool, even though it's like pre stuff. But
because it's like a ways away, but that game is next generation. It's not coming out for PS4. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
But I'm hyped for it. Like I just can't wait to have a definitive Harry Potter game, and it's like your own RPG. You can create your own character to like look like you or be like you. And I think that's dope because I don't think Avalanche Studios ever made a game like this in terms of an RPG. Yeah. But I just can't wait for it. I think it'll be dope to play. I guess we can now talk about Red Dead Redemption 2. I'll try to do my cowboy accent, but it's pretty awful. They released last week. I don't know if I think it was Thursday. Yeah, last week Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern time. That there was going to be a 9 a.m. Eastern time. That there was going to be a Red Dead Redemption trailer. No, sorry, it was Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern time, Friday. No, I don't know. No, I think it was Monday or Tuesday. Sorry, gosh dang it. But it came out, and I'm not gonna lie, man, it's looking pretty good. Red Dead Redemption 2. We got to see a lot of what this game is going to be. We don't know much of the story. All we know is it's a prequel to the original Red Dead Redemption 1, and you could have all these things. Like it's a big open world. You get to mug people. You get to hold people hostage. You do these type of heists like you would in GTA, but as a cowboy. And you could do these missions or interact with these people, and they will remember you if you say them or you do them wrong. And I think that's pretty cool, and how they outlined that on the the trailer for Red Dead Redemption 2. and like you can bathe, you can shave. I'm like, gosh dang, this is becoming more realistic than I thought. It's like, gosh, like you can do all this stuff like you would in real life, and I just find that like hilarious to me that we're going to this like point in gaming that it's becoming more and more like how we would in real life, like be like in real life. And I think the graphics are good, and it's like the map should be bigger, if not equal to the size of GTA 5. And I think that's dope. You will get the original map from Red Dead Redemption 1, but added more to it. And it's like the upper map is brand new. And I think that's cool. And like you get the mountain snow and all that. And like I want to talk about the animation and physics because Red Dead's going very detailed with the horses. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, that's you guys are investing money on these animations. And I was just like, whew. And also the install / how big the game will be, and this isn't counting the beta, which is coming out in November, is 105 gigabytes. Oof, I'm glad I got a terabyte PS4 and I have 1 terabyte external hard drive because that is a lot of gigs for this game. And it just shows like the big scope of
because a normal game is like 50 or so.
Mm-hmm.
That's like double the amount of gigabytes.
Oh, yeah. Dude, imagine next gen, dude. 200, 400 gigs. Oh, man.
Yeah, I just imagine like 3 terabyte systems. Like you're gonna need like at least like probably like 5 terabytes of memory.
Oh yeah. But Marvel DC fan, did you see the trailer for Red Dead Redemption 2?
I did, and I'm really excited. I mean, adding all these new mechanics in, and it's doing what every good sequel would do, is like expanding upon what made the first game great. So
yep,
I'm interested to see where it goes as a prequel, and yeah.
And also, I completely forgot, they did announce there's a first-person mode, so you could play it either third person or first person. I'm more going the route of third person because I like third person better.
Yeah,
in these games.
Because there's more of an FOV.
Mm-hmm.
FOV in third person.
Yep, exactly. And I believe they said you could do cinematography cameras or cinematic cameras or something like that, which like you could be traveling the open world.
Did they confirm a photo mode?
Yeah, they confirmed a photo mode. They didn't say in the trailer, but they later confirmed there is a photo mode in the game. So it's dope. I just can't wait. That's the money I'm saving right now for that game. And then the last game, the last 2 games I'll be getting is Spyro, and because nostalgia, the Spyro Reignited trilogy, as well as Smash Bros. Inspector, what do you think? Have you seen the trailer for Red Dead?
I have not gotten around to it. I will watch it later though, but I just haven't gotten around to it yet.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's pretty dumb.
I mean, the first trailer looks really cool. Like the first gameplay, like showing that they had, looks really cool. So,
and also, if you guys are big Red Dead fans, like from the first one, they did confirm, or the actor for John Marston, who is the main character in Red Dead Redemption 1, did confirm he will be reprising his role and voicing John Marston in Red Dead Redemption 2. So that's a treat for you guys that have played Red Dead Redemption.
How much before the first one does this take place?
I don't know. What? Because Red Dead Redemption 1, John Marston's like married already, and I'm pretty sure in this game he is not.
I think the first game took place in like 1910.
Yeah,
this takes place in like 1890 something or 1880 something.
Yeah, because like after Red Dead Redemption 1 ends, that's near the ending of the cowboy era into the Industrial Revolution era. So this takes place before both those events. So I have no, like, it's a little bit of like the chunk of it, gonna be before all that stuff happens. Red Dead Redemption 2, when does it take place? Because let me type that out, because I have no idea. So it's a prequel to the 2010 game taking place in 1899.
1899, okay.
1899. When does Red Dead Redemption 1 take place? Red Dead Redemption 1 take place? Takes place in 1911.
Okay. So about 12 years.
Yeah, so I don't know how old John Marston is in Red Dead Redemption 2. Or actually, I should look that up, right? Should I just be like, how old is John Marston in Red Dead Redemption 1? But yeah, no, I'm super hyped for it. It's already automatic Game of the Year contender, which I can't wait to play it. Is John Marston. Wow, I love how John Cena comes up right when I'm typing that. John Marston. So that doesn't tell me anything. Age is but a number. Watch them say that. Oh man. So no, it's not telling me. What? Whatever. Okay, here we go. There's the board. Would you guys say about 25 years old? What? 38. So it's 38 years old. So he's like what, 26? That actually makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's enough talk for the Red Dead Redemption 2 talk. Was there any other gaming news that we have to cover? I don't think there is. Just have to make sure that. Oh, I forgot the big one. CD Projekt Red. And I have to go in. I have to rant about this because, CD Projekt Red has done no wrong. But man, and I love the Witcher books. But this is crazy. And there's two actual news for CD Projekt Red. So, Witcher author Andrzej Sapkowski, demands more money from CD Projekt Red. He is the person that gave out the license to CD Projekt Red to make the Witcher games. They bought the license to make video games for it. So I just find it funny that this guy hates video games, and he didn't think CD Projekt Red would have a successful game franchise, and he wanted all the money up front. He had the option for royalties or an upfront cash. Now, the upfront cash wasn't much. It was like, what, $9,000, roughly translating to $9,000. He made the gamble. He just wanted his money now. And now he regrets it. He said this in interviews that he regretted it. But now, there's a quote from him. For many interviews, they offered me a percentage of their profits. I said, no, there will be no profit at all. Give me all my money right now. The whole amount. It was stupid. I was stupid enough to leave everything in their hands because I didn't believe in their success. But who could foresee their success? I couldn't. So now it seems, he's doing more than simply grumble about his lot. CD Projekt Red just posted a receipt for a demand of payment on behalf of Andrzej Sapkowski, a demand for PLN 60 million, which is roughly $16 million. For additional royalties, and CD Projekt said no. CD Projekt said the management board of CD Projekt hereby announces that on the 1st of October 2018 that the company received an official demand for payment filed by the lawyers of Mr. Andrzej Sapkowski. The notice indicates that Mr. Andrzej Sapkowski expects payment of additional royalties beyond what had been contractually agreed upon between himself and the company. In the company's opinion, the demands expressed in the notice are groundless with regard to their merit as well as the stipulated amount. The company had legitimately and legally acquired copyright to Mr. Andrzej Sapkowski's work insofar as is required for its use in games developed by the company. All liabilities payable by the company in association therewith have been properly discharged. It is the company's will to maintain good relations with authors of works which have inspired CD Projekt Red's own creations. Consequently, the board will go to great lengths to ensure amicable resolution of this dispute. However, any such resolution must be respectful of previously expressed intent of both parties as well as existing contracts. And they made it public. When they showed it to everyone. And in it, Sapkowski's lawyer claims the original Witcher video game contract concerned only the first in a series of games, and therefore distribution of all other games, including their expansions and add-on, is etc. is simply speaking unlawful. I just so funny because they bought the rights. Like the funny thing is, literally the author said he gave them everything, and now they're trying to say no, that's not the case. No, the author said it himself, unless the author contradicted himself, and I highly doubt he contradicted himself. He knew what he was going on. He was talking about how disgruntled he was about the money he got, and he wanted more, and he didn't believe video games will be successful and be as big as they were. And I'll keep going. I would also like to mention that we are aware not only of your intent to actually and legitimately purchase all copyrights from Mr. Andrzej Sapkowski, but also specific offers which have been extended in this regard added. We are fully aware of the fact that the author's claim expressed herein is not a typical request, and that demanding payment dozens of millions Polish Zolski is not an everyday occurrence. We nevertheless wish to assure you that the case has been under preparation for a very long time, that the author is fully aware of the scenarios which may unfold depending on your actions. Even more importantly, both we and the author are determined and prepared to see this matter through to a fully successful conclusion. And they said that there was a law that might have been breached about something like, that it wasn't enough that the CD Projekt Red gave to the author, even though that they both agreed on that sum to give, which could be thrown out. It's either this, that they give one payment of, it's not going to be 16 million. It could be somewhere 1 million or less, or that this thing's going to be thrown out. I personally think that this thing is probably going to be thrown out because they agreed upon it. Like they made the contracts. CD Projekt Red gave them two options. It's like, here's the money that we could give you for the big sum that you want, or we can give you royalties for each of the game that's sold. Dude wanted the money up front because he didn't believe in it. He talked about how much he hates video games. And, he's unhappy. And this is the part where, listen, I liked his books, but this dude is... It sounds like an asshole a little bit. But, that's just me. Marvel DC fan, what do you think about the author?
I mean, the only thing I gotta say is that, I get that he's, mad about, royalties and stuff, but he made his choice. He wanted the money up front, so, can't really change that unless they find a way to renegotiate it, so
yeah,
he gets some of his royalties back. But he had no faith. He just wanted the money up front. I mean, that's it. So I don't know, you're complaining about it now. That's just kind of sad on his part. But I'm pretty sure, honestly, I think they're just going to throw this out. But, yeah.
What about you, Inspector? What do you think?
I'm pretty much with you guys. I think he's just bitter, and I think he's just kind of whining. And like you guys said, he had no faith, but he asked for more money. He's kind of being an asshole. And
oh yeah,
I want more money.
Oh.
Yeah.
And he contradicts himself because he said he gave the whole license for the video game to them, and then saying, no, you can't do the expansions. What? No, you said this on multiple instances.
It's funny because I was talking to a friend about this on Twitter, and I compared him to Alan Moore, because Alan Moore is really bitter. But the difference is Alan Moore doesn't want the money, and he wants all the money. So it's kind of the reverse Alan Moore, but he still has the Alan Moore attitude about it. So... yeah.
Yep. We did get more CD Projekt Red news because Cyberpunk 2077, WB Games for North America will be distributed. Oh my gosh, I can't even talk today. Distributing. I don't know why I can't say that word. Dude, I'm so tired. Maybe that's it. Distributing the game in North America. They are not the publishers of the game. We'll make that known right now. They will just be distributing the game in North America, just in North America, because CD Projekt Red needs to have a distributor to do that. But they had the same partnership like they did with The Witcher 3 for North America. That WB Games was the distributor here in America. I mean, it makes sense. It seems like the game's almost done when they announced the partnership. And, I mean, we got the game later. It was announced, I believe, in 2013 for The Witcher 3, but it was supposed to come out in 2014, but it got delayed. If the game doesn't get delayed, it will probably come out in 2019, but I'm still sticking with my 2020 date. Did we find this surprising at all that the distributor was going to be WB Games? What do you think, Marvel DC fan?
Honestly, I got nothing really to say about this topic. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So just leave it there.
All right. What about you, Inspector?
I mean, sorry, I blanked.
It's all good. It was just talking about WB Games.
Oh yeah, the partnership. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. They were distributed for Witcher 3, so it doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, some people don't understand what a distributor is and the publisher.
Yeah,
publisher is so WB Games, right? All their games that they make with their studios, they're the publisher. They publish the game. They own the rights to said games. When you're a distributor, you help, the company or developer to get to all the, game stores in North America. And you get how do they get a tiny percentage of it? I forgot how that works exactly.
I think they do, but I don't know how much of a cut. Probably 15 or 20%.
Yeah,
maybe. I don't know the exact number.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, but they don't own the rights to Cyberpunk, just like they didn't own the rights to the Witcher games. That is all solely, CD Projekt Red, because they're still an independent studio. They don't have a publisher. They just make the games themselves. Kind of like Telltale, themselves, but better management. I guess now we can go into the TV side of things / movie side of things. There's actually quite a bit of topics for these other ones, but I think we should go with the TV things real quick, and it's 2 TV things. The first TV is Daredevil. It's coming out October 19th. We did get a poster and we did get a couple of teasers, and I think New York Comic Con is happening right now this week, right?
It is happening. It's happening right now, today.
Okay.
Because the Titans premiere is happening or happened already.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know when exactly because they haven't actually shown a full trailer for Daredevil. It's all been teasers. Teasers here, teasers there.
I expect a trailer, a full trailer, but I don't think they need one.
That's true. I mean, they already got the fan base. I mean, personally, some people can go without and just go in, without any spoilers, I guess, or anything happening, them knowing what's going to happen. But they're supposed to have a presence. Daredevil is supposed to be at the New York Comic Con. I don't know what day. I don't think it's today. I think it's Thursday or Friday that they would do that stuff.
Yeah.
But they're gonna put out one full trailer. But Jessica Jones and Iron Fist, even Luke Cage, they had a couple actual full trailers. They had 1 or 2. No, I think they had like a minimum too. Daredevil, this would be like the minimum of one actual full trailer and just like a couple teasers here and there with the Fisk. And also want to quickly note that Wilson Fisk gets his classic white suit, which is pretty dope.
Yep.
And
Looks
I'm like,
cool.
it does. And I'm just like, I just can't wait to see it because I don't know. They haven't announced either. I think they will in New York Comic Con what the episode length will be or the numbered episodes. Because Iron Fist did 10 episodes. I don't know if they're going to follow the same structure, whether or not it'll be 10 episodes or 13.
I hope it's 8 episodes.
8.
Yeah. No, 8 to 10. Like,
I don't know if they'll do it because that's the thing. Like, I have no idea. It could be 10. It could be 13. I have no idea. It might be 10 from a lot of people that say that they would rather have it at 10 episodes because they do think that some things get stretched out too much. And also, it seems like I don't think Daredevil will be wearing his classic costume at all.
No, he's going to be wearing the black costume.
Yeah, the black. It seems like it's going to be the whole season. He'll be wearing the black costume, which I don't know how a lot of people feel about that.
I like it because, to be honest, I thought like when they first introduced the red suit, I wasn't really that impressed with it. I actually like the black suit more. But like I grew to like the red suit in
I know they updated the helmet in like halfway through season 2 or something like that.
Yeah.
I do feel like he's more agile in the black suit. It's just I think it's just the headpiece that people don't like because it's a bit too big. I originally thought it was too big, but I like it now, like a lot. Especially in the pictures that they're showing with him like on the cross and stuff.
Oh yeah.
It looks really cool.
Yeah. I mean, I like it. Like, it's a nice kind of change of pace from the red suits of the second season and Defenders. And also, it's appropriate to the story that they're trying to tell for the season.
Yeah, the guy who's the showrunner did Man in the High Castle, as well as part of Arrow. I don't know exactly. I think it was like seasons 2, 3. I think. I don't know if he was a writer on Arrow. I know he wasn't the showrunner. Because the showrunners for Arrow has been like Mark Guggenheim and Wendy, and also Greg Berlanti and somebody else.
Yeah, Andrew Kreisberg was there, but then he got fired because of allegations.
Yeah, Andrew. So I think it was Andrew and Greg that were the showrunners for the first 2 seasons. Then they went to Flash. And then Andrew got fired. I don't know when he stopped with Flash. I know Greg has been with the showrunner since Flash, right?
No, Greg Berlanti is like the whole.
I know he's like the whole, like the head of everything, but wasn't he like, or did they change showrunners for Flash? I don't know.
They just changed showrunners for Arrow. I don't think they changed. I don't know. I don't pay attention to Flash since I don't watch it anymore. But
No.
Also, what did they say? They said also it's going to be grounded and more realistic. In this one, they're not going to be talking. There's no hand. There's no dragons or bone dragons. That they joked about that.
As if it wasn't dark and realistic anyway.
Yeah.
They're saying it's more dark and realistic.
No, they're saying it's more grounded. That's what.
I know.
Freezing is. They're not saying dark, but it's more grounded.
Because they're doing Born Again, so of course it's going to be more gritty and grounded.
Yeah, it's going to be more grounded because some people were complaining about the hand thing in season 2. Like, some people just don't like the hand. Personally, I like the hand in general in the comics, but I can understand some people not liking them. I'm just like, I was never in the camp that, the hand, no, I can't deal with this. It's not realistic.
I like the hand, but I was starting to get kind of tired of them by the time Iron Fist came out. So I like that they're taking it back to basics of like what Daredevil.
Do you mean the Immortal Iron Fist?
Mortal Iron Fist. Dude, I think I'm on
I am the Iron Fist.
2 for that one. I'm watching this with the family. I'm not watching this by myself. So I'm not to that part. I want to get the actual quote that what they're trying to do. Actually, it's a mix of Born Again and another storyline. I gotta figure it out because
I think it's Born Again and The Man Without Fear. I think it is. I think they did The Man Without. I think they probably did Man Without Fear in the first season, but I think they're going back to it.
Born Again. Because he said it's not going to be. Supposedly, a lot of people are going to die in this. Supposedly. Okay, let me see. Okay, my hope was to draw inspiration from comics like Born Again and Guardian Devil. I never read Guardian Devil.
Oh, Guardian Devil is the Kevin Smith story.
Really? Oh, snap. See, I never read.
Kevin Smith wrote Daredevil for like a year or so. He's the one that gave like Karen Page AIDS and all that stuff.
Snap. Oh man. Why is it like always so damn dark, Daredevil? Whoa.
Yeah, just read Bendis' run. It gets pretty crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna read The Soul, because I'm reading Return of Wolverine right now, and I'm gonna be trying to read The Death of Daredevil or something like that. Soul again. He's on that, so it seems like Soul's like, dude. Soul and Cates, man, they're everywhere now, doing their thing for Marvel. Yeah. So, what is the other thing that? So this is what the showrunner wants to do with so the showrunner Olsen, who joined Daredevil for this third season and has series like The Man in the High Castle, which is a very good show. It's on Amazon. You guys should check it out. Arrow and Unforgettable. I've never watched Unforgettable. So.
I never watched it.
So on his resume, also invokes the word thriller when describing the new batch of episodes. I wanted to tell a thriller that is somewhere tonally between season 1 of this show and The Sopranos. He says it is much darker, more character-driven. The action sequences are violent and explosive and very much Daredevil. And yet there are real stakes in every action sequence this season. There are more emotional decisions that are being made. There are characters who will die. There are fights that Matt will lose. It is not a predictable season. And I feel that has been a big problem with superhero, not movies, superhero shows now. And it's happened with, Flash. It's happened with even Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, Iron Fist. It just happens. It's become formulaic, right? Can we all say that with most of the superhero shows? It's always become like super formulaic, and we're starting to know that now. It's like it's just because I don't know if it's because there's no like new direction that they want to pull to, or it's just because it's the same showrunner over and over again. They can't bring anything new to the table. And hopefully he does the job, right? He also was talking about, I think they were talking about cameos, and he wanted to, he said something interesting about cameos, such as he wanted no cameos for Daredevil season 3. He didn't want like a Luke Cage to be in there, Iron Fist, who else? Jessica Jones. He wants this to be Matt's story and not someone else in it, because he's trying to focus on all these characters coming in. All these characters that will be in it. I don't think they even announced Bullseye yet, right? They didn't announce who's going to be acting as Bullseye. Which I find that interesting.
I thought they did.
Let me see. Let me look at just in case. Bullseye actor. Daredevil season 3. Oh my. Now it just doesn't show me anything. Bullseye cast for Daredevil season 3 report. Actor Wilson Bethel. Okay, dude, I didn't even notice this. Man, Spectre knows this more than me. Oh man.
I think it was announced like a month ago or so. I just forgot the name of the guy.
I didn't even know. Gosh dang.
Huh.
Okay, the hashtag cites no sources in their claim. Okay, real quick, do you guys do your thoughts real quick about what you want from Daredevil season 3? I gotta take this call real quick. My bad.
You go ahead, Marvel DC fan.
Well, I mean, I want it to be like, I don't want it to feel like it's like a Defenders sort of situation where it's just, these other kind of Marvel characters just jumping in at random. Like, I want it to feel like it is Matt's story trying to, trying to get back into the swing of things and trying to take down the criminal underworld with a new kind of attitude that they've been showing off in the teasers and all that. So,
yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey, TLoU. We're talking about Daredevil and what we hope out of the third season.
Okay.
So, what do you hope out of the third season of Daredevil?
I'm hoping that they improve action scenes. Actually, give us some more like really cool action scenes. Story-wise, I hope they do go back in depth with Matt Murdock's story. The way how obviously we all know he's Daredevil, but give him something from the comics and interpret it into the TV show a little bit.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. They're doing Born Again, which is interesting. I kind of agree with that. I think the problem with most of these Netflix shows is that they always go for like the hallway-esque fight scene, and that's like the only big fight scene that everyone remembers.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel that it's kind of becoming like a cycle, and it's kind of being boring because like the first Daredevil hallway scene was great, the second one was great, and then they just kept doing it, and it's just like, okay, we get it. You love doing hallway scenes, but it just seems like you're just copying Daredevil.
A huge copy of Daredevil.
Yeah, so like I'm looking forward to it. It's coming out on the 19th, so we're only a couple weeks away. So that's something to look forward to.
Okay. Is there anything else I missed, by the way? Because I know I'm an hour late.
Yeah, we already went over all the video game stuff.
Do you mind if I quickly go through them, just quickly for my own perspective? So,
yeah.
Right.
Sure.
So, where the hell did I go? Right.
He had to go take a call.
Okay.
Wait,
So for the first thing that you guys said for the video games, which was the Harry Potter thing, that is, I actually like it. I actually like the concept of it, and of course, I don't know why people are assuming it's going to be coming from Rocksteady, and it was basically Jason Schreier from Kotaku basically stated, it's coming. It's not from Rocksteady. It's coming from Avalanche Software. And I'm like, you know what? These guys can actually pull off a game like that. And after seeing that it got leaked and then got taken down by WB, that all over the internet, because I know it's been leaked on Vimeo, it got leaked on YouTube, it got leaked on so many media platforms. I'm just like, wow, this is gonna be fucking awesome to really see once it's finished. The second thing about the PSX, my own opinion about that, I think it's a good choice for them to actually cancel it, if you know what I mean. It's because I just think there's nothing really left for them to show. I mean, yeah, we got The Last of Us, yeah, you got Ghost of Tsushima and Death Stranding, but the thing is, those titles haven't got a release date, so to say, as of yet. So it's and what else can they really show for 2018? Nothing really. And so that's what I got to say about PSX. But The Last of Us Part 2, I'm hoping that they bring something huge to the table and give us something which is awesome. But for Red Dead 2, I heard they're putting photo mode into that game, and I'm very excited to actually get that game on PlayStation because I know I'm going to be getting it. And it's pretty cool to see that they've established how they established this game. You can do poker, you can do this, you can do that, and I'm like, I'm the multiplayer aspect of things is going to be awesome as well. So I just can't wait till that game comes out. So that's another game I'm looking forward to. And with Spider-Man PS4, your boys finished the story, and he's also finished the almost finishing the side quest.
Did you did you tear up at the end, Taladia?
Cheer up at the end. Well, it still hits me. It still hits
Yeah.
me. Every time when I see on the internet, I'm just like, why, Insomniac? Please, you don't do this to a huge character like Aunt May. You don't do shit like that. And
Yeah.
it hits me in the heart. But I love Spider-Man. I was playing it today and I was like streaming, of course. I was just like, dude, this game is fucking awesome, man. Just swinging around,
Yeah.
finishing, just the experience of playing it. You get hooked onto it. You could probably play the game for more than 2 hours and you don't even realize the time. So
Yeah.
that's my whole experience of that. Is that it, or was that anything else?
That was pretty much it. So I guess we can move into movies.
Yeah.
The Venom premiere happened and all the reactions come out, and not so good.
Oh,
People are saying it's a mess. There's there's a bunch of tone problems. The action is not good. Venom mixed out with Tom Hardy. That's a weird choice.
What?
Yeah, the symbiote mixed out with Eddie Brock.
Oh my god.
Oh, this movie is.
Do you mind if I give my reaction to this? Do you mind if I give my thoughts on the whole Venom thing? Because
yeah, go ahead.
But the whole thing, after seeing the fucking reviews to this, I'm just like, it's already doing bad. With Rotten Tomatoes already fucking given it a 28 out. It's probably equivalent.
It's at an 18% right now.
18%? Damn, I saw it at 28.
Yeah.
Damn, that's fucking worse than what? Catwoman?
No, Catwoman's on like a 9.
Catwoman's on a different level.
Yeah. Some people are comparing it to Catwoman, so
I'm saying this is probably comparison to Catwoman, I would say, on the scale. They tried to do a Catwoman and basically a DC Catwoman's universe and type of thing, and it's like it didn't work out. Look where we are now. Like, I'm betting Tom Hardy's regretting actually signing with Marvel and actually trying to, he's a good Eddie Brock. Don't get me wrong, after seeing the trailers and everything, but I think he's probably regretting it now, actually being, the Venom and everything, because of after the story, whatever they decided to do in the story, and the people that reacting to it, bad reactions and shit, and it's just like, I just think it's a big flop. And now they're not. I don't know if they're gonna even do a sequel. I mean,
they're still doing that Morbius movie. That's coming next.
Morbius as well. Morbius is gonna fail too.
Morbius is up next,
and Morbius is gonna fail too.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Sony can't do solo films. Why does Sony try to pull stuff like that?
No idea.
I mean, look at DC. DC have got a different thing, right? But back in the dark ages, as I'd like to call it, DC tried to pull a solo film and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah.
So
that's true.
And it's just like, I'm just like, no, Marvel, you had something huge going. Sony give Marvel the right to the full Spider-Man, Spider-Verse, so to say, everything. So Venom, symbiotes, all of that. Give them all to Marvel, because the way Marvel handles it is much better than what Sony does. I mean, take a look at the Amazing Spider-Man series. Look what happened to that.
Yeah.
And everything that Sony had properties for Spider-Man basically went crashing down after Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 3 went downhill. Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man downhill. Amazing Spider-Man 2, same thing. It just went downhill. That's why I'm saying that this Venom movie is probably gonna it's not even gonna break even. I think it's gonna be less than break even.
Oh, it's like the box office is like really like the box
Poor.
office that I saw was
Mhm.
actually 175 million worldwide,
Mhm.
which is I don't know what the budget is. I think it's like 70 million or 80 million, so it's gonna make its money back, but just internationally and not domestically.
Not domestically, yeah. So I think they've fucked up. You know, honestly,
Yeah.
well, honestly, they really have fucked up, and even people's reactions I've seen in that I've known, and they're like, nah, the movie sucks. You know, it's not even worth going to watch, even in
Yeah.
3D. And I'm just like, is it that bad? It's like, yeah, it's that bad. I'm just surprised.
I'm going to be seeing it like next week with a friend, and I think we're just gonna like riff on it or like just laugh at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, trust me, this movie sucks ass. So
Yeah.
I just don't know why Sony decided to do this. I don't know why or how they, you know, why Sony decided to pull a stunt like this. Even not with only with Venom, but even with Carnage. You know, there's rumor going Carnage movie, and then now the Morbius as well. Oh my god, this is a mess.
Yeah.
Huge total mess. But you guys can give your thoughts.
Inspector.
Yeah, I think I can't say I'm surprised. The trailers for this movie were horrendous in my opinion. They didn't do anything for me. I think this movie was just a terrible idea to begin with. Sony trying to do villain movies without the heroes. It was a noble effort, but like it just doesn't work because you don't really have the emotional connection to the villains without the heroes. And I know people say that Marvel has a villain problem, and they do. But the difference is without the hero, there's no villain. So making the villains the center is kind of a mistake. And like it's just funny hearing all these reactions and like people telling you what happened in the movie and how bad it is. And like also there is an after credits scene, but the problem is so the movie's like 95 minutes long and the credits themselves are like 15 minutes. 15 minutes of credits. So the movie is almost 2 hours long. But it's only like an hour and a half long without the credits. Like an hour. It's nuts.
That's disturbing, man.
Yeah. What about you, Marvel DC fan?
Oh, I mean, when I first heard, like, because Comics Explained did that interview with Tom Hardy, and they mentioned that, like,
40 minutes were cut.
Yeah, 40 minutes. Like, some of his favorite moments of the movie were cut. That's when, like, my eyebrows started to raise, and then afterwards, when I heard about the review scores and how, they were comparing it to the movies, the really terrible superhero movies of the 2000s.
Yeah.
And it was actually this saying this year, it's this year's Fan 4 Stick. It was, for me, it was kind of a shock because I was actually excited for the movie. I liked the trailers more than most people. Well, not really the last one they came out with because that stupid turd in the wind line kind of threw me off. But, I was still mostly anticipating to see this movie. And then, I saw the box office, and I saw the reviews that people put out, and it was a shock but I'm still gonna go see it anyway, just to see how much of a dumpster fire it really is. I think
how much of a turd in the wind it is.
Oh my gosh. Yes, you can put it like that. Actually, the best comment I saw was on Twitter. Somebody said that seeing Venom makes you appreciate the Marvel Cinematic Universe even more. So, yeah. So, gonna go see this turd in the wind. We'll see how really bad it actually is.
Yeah. I guess we can move on to the company over the pond, which is Fox, and that is Dark Phoenix. I myself didn't watch the trailer. I heard it was very lackluster, and they delayed the film again another 4 months to June. And I'm like, I'm not really surprised. Fox is just delaying all their movies.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I saw the trailer, and let me tell you, the trailer is bad. Bad in terms of it's a put off, just to say, because realistically, they tried to go for the 1990s look, right? For was it 1980s or 1990s? I can't remember.
1990s is Dark Phoenix.
Right, so the 1990s look, and it doesn't even look like 1990s.
Yeah.
Yeah, because nobody's aged at all in the last like 30 years of these movies.
Yeah, it looks bad, and I'm just like thinking, it's good to
maybe they should fight in a blockbuster so they know it's the 90s, like Captain Marvel.
No, but it's like,
I'm kidding, Claudia.
Yeah, I know. I'm just thinking it. I'm just saying, but it's like the actors and actresses who are playing these characters, right? It's just like I'm just like thinking to myself, these guys look the same age, except for Cyclops, who has aged by a few years. You can see he's grown. Other than that, everyone else just looks the same. It's just like I'm just like, wow. Just they need to step up the game.
It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be really weird, like in 10 years of that continuity where the first X-Men takes place and they're all like in their 80s and 70s.
No. What's gonna happen is they're gonna
go ahead, Claudia, finish your thought then.
Yeah. They're not gonna have a continuity. The rate they're going is because the Marvel and Fox deal. If you think about it.
After Days of Future Past, I think they just threw continuity out the window.
Yeah.
How bored does Jennifer Lawrence look in this trailer?
Really bored.
Like
she doesn't look sexy.
It's basically like I could be anywhere else but here. Like, that look. So
I don't know. Yeah. I think she looks equally as bored as Captain Marvel. That's what I think. Like, I'll be honest, right? I actually thought the trailer was decent for me. I didn't think it was bad. I didn't think it was good. I liked it more than I liked Captain Marvel, to be honest. That's me being honest. Yeah, I said it. I'll say it again. I didn't care for the Captain Marvel like that. I watched it maybe 3 more times, and I was like, you know what? I guess I'm a hater. I did not like that Captain Marvel trailer. And then they'll be like, Red Hood, you just don't like women leads. And it's like, I liked Wonder Woman. And I think I'm going to like Wonder Woman more than I do Captain Marvel. Like, listen. Captain Marvel, I just want to have that same energy from Marvel fans, like MCU fans, that said the CGI was bad when, Captain Marvel also had bad CGI. I just want have that same energy. I'm no MCU fanboy. I'm no DCEU fanboy. I'm none of that shit.
Okay, you deserve a meat for that.
I mean, honestly,
he deserves a meat for that.
I mean, honestly, like comparing the Captain Marvel trailer to Dark Phoenix, to me, I found them on like equal levels of just boring and bland. So.
Now, for me, Captain Marvel actually looked good. Like it really did, because it looked comic book like. But whereas the X-Men, what's it called, Dark Phoenix, doesn't look comic book accurate at all.
Yeah, I think the problem with Dark Phoenix is that they already tried to do Dark Phoenix once, and that was X-Men 3, and they're trying to do it again. But the problem is they're doing it with the same writer, and now that writer is the director. So.
Oh God.
Yeah. No good vibes coming from me.
So nobody wins.
Yeah,
Nobody
nobody
wins.
wins.
Nobody
The only
wins in
difference
that
is that
sense.
the only difference is that the cast is like 20 years younger than the cast was in X3,
Yeah.
which doesn't make any sense because they should be the same age as they were then, or like close to the same age. But
Yeah.
whatever.
But yeah, was that Dark Phoenix? That was it in terms of movies. Was that?
No. Hellboy is next. The Entertainment Weekly cover came out with a terrible tagline, but it looked that tagline is so bad. But that poster actually looks really cool. It's just a profile shot of Hellboy. And it looks really cool. They delayed it from January to April, which I thought it was a mistake. Just it's like right in the middle of April, which is going to be right in the middle of Shazam and Avengers 4. So it's going to get swallowed up
Yeah.
by those two movies. I think that was a big mistake by who's distributing Hellboy? Is it
I don't know. Universal? No, that's not Universal.
Let me look it up.
Maybe Lionsgate? I don't know.
Maybe?
I think it's Lionsgate.
Yeah. Honestly, I thought the poster was dope.
Yeah, the poster looked awesome.
Yeah,
I
it's
was just
Lionsgate.
like, shit looks amazing. It looks fire. And hey, man, you know what? I'm gonna be a broke guy in April because I'll be seeing all these movies.
Yep.
And you know what also looked better than Captain Marvel? Shazam. I'm sorry. I'll stop.
Yeah,
He's on the rant.
Lionsgate.
He's on the
Lionsgate, yeah.
He's on the rant. So
You know, also looked better. The poster for Hellboy looked better than Captain Marvel. Oh wait, I'll
Yeah.
stop
Okay.
again.
But the tagline is legendary AF. I'm like, that's
That's
no,
just dumb.
that's so bad.
that's a bad tagline. Bad, real
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah. The problem is with Hellboy, we almost know nothing about it, so it's hard for me to get hyped about it. But the poster looks cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
agreed. Next
Wait,
is
wait, quickly, did we talk about though when Dark Phoenix got pushed back, Alita, on the December that movie was supposed to be coming out?
Yeah, we didn't talk about Alita. You didn't put that in the topics.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, I was trying to say like that got pushed into the spot for Dark Phoenix for February. And I thought it was a smart idea just because that movie wasn't going to do well in December at all. They were going to be completely honest with like Bumblebee and Aquaman in December.
Get it right, Ocean Man.
Ocean Man.
Ocean Man.
Yeah, Ocean Man. So, I guess we can move on to Titans.
Oh.
The
international.
The international rights are to Netflix. So
damn, I wish I was in Canada right now.
Damn, you wish you were in the UK. That's what you should be saying.
Yeah, so TLoU is going to be watching it on Netflix, maybe.
I'm also going to be watching it on Netflix.
I have DC Universe, so I'm going to be watching it on DC Universe.
Well, I'll wait until all the episodes are on, and I'll pay for that 1 month.
Yeah. The trailer actually was pretty good. It was some of the humor still didn't land, but the I did like how it looked. I thought it was cut way better than the other trailers were.
Yes.
The trailer, yeah.
I like how Robin is a detective, like working as a detective.
Yeah.
That's a cool aspect. The CGI still looks a bit bad.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think there's not going to be a change in the CGI. I think this is just budget constraints, and it's like, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I think that's what I mean, for me, it's just the faction of them trying to cut down on TV shows, in terms of budgeting for them. Like, you've got Batman, you've got Robin in that TV show, and they're like, oh, we're going to
Batman. Well, Batman is just going to be a shadowy character. Like, they're not going to have even the guy, like, say anything. That's what I'm assuming.
And plus, the premiere happened like a few hours ago, and no one can talk about it because they're under NDA. I think the social media embargo lifts tomorrow, but I can't really gauge what they say about the reactions because they're just being very vague about what they saw. So
Yeah.
but it already has a season 2. It already got renewed for season 2, so they must be very confident in it.
Me, it's like don't expect a lot from Beast Boy. It seems like they're. I think this is gonna only be 3 transformations. That's my prediction. I think the tiger is the main transformation. I think that's what I'm gauging from the trailer. I don't like that green. Why I say green? That Beast Boy isn't green. Like it's only through the transformation he's green. Maybe they'll make it permanent by the end of the season.
Yeah.
I thought they were gonna have Starfire CGI'd in terms of making her look orange, and it looks like it wasn't gonna be a case. I thought it was gonna happen. I kind of wish they went with like the paint, but I mean it is what it is. They're still promoting that outfit, which I don't care for Starfire.
Hey, but they
keep saying like that's a party outfit, and I'm like, why don't you just like show us the other outfit? Because a lot of people just don't care for it.
But at least in this trailer, you got to see some intermission, romance between Robin and that Starfire, which was in the comics.
Yeah, getting hot and heavy with sex.
Yeah.
I'm still interested in this show. I'm at least in for the first episode to see how it is. But Matt Bomer was officially revealed to be cast as a Negative Man for Doom Patrol, which is cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't really talk anything about that because it's just a casting thing.
Yep.
Okay.
And plus his face is going to be covered for pretty much all the shows, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
I guess we can talk about the possible Deadpool 2 PG-13 release in December. That's really weird.
I hope that's not a Disney thing. If that's a Disney thing,
that's a Disney thing.
I really hope it's not.
I
hope that's just Fox. I really hope it's Fox.
Maybe it's a misdirect, and maybe like I was. Scott Stamper is one of my mutuals on Twitter, and he's like a film guy, and he was like saying, what if like X-Force was filmed in secret? I'm like, I don't think they could be that secretive for shooting because they have to go outside for some shots. They can't film it all in a soundstage, so I doubt it's that, but I wonder how they're gonna like recut it. It just doesn't seem right to me.
Yeah. And it's supposed to be X-Force. When is it supposed to actually like officially film?
I think I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Or are they waiting for approval from Disney now?
No, I think they're waiting for approval from Disney, then they'll put it through, I think.
I'm just saying, man. If this is a Disney move, count me out. I'm not even going to see the movie in general just because it's PG-13.
Yeah, I'm not going to see the movie either.
I mean, I kind of want to see it just to see how they,
Supposedly it's like Princess Bride. That's what they're comparing it to.
Just to see how they dub over all the swearing and all the... But I want to see what they do for that.
Yeah, so, yeah, I guess... After that, we can. I guess we're all in agreement. There is like it's a bad idea.
Yeah. I think
pretty much.
Yeah. I guess the last topic we're going to cover is Joker. And all the pictures that are coming out and like the test footage.
Yeah.
I think I'll say it right here. I'm very excited for that film. Just because I've never seen the vote of confidence WB, besides Wonder Woman, has had with this film. Because this is professional, like, leaked footage. This isn't like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
We also got one more thing for Spider-Man.
When you get home.
After this.
When you get home.
Oh yeah, Spider-Man. I forgot about Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's the last one. But like they're very confident in this film. And I can't wait to see the portrayal from Phoenix because it looks good to me. And
Yeah.
I've never seen WB getting there because like let's be honest, this isn't like how we seen the leaked shots from Far From Home. This is like actual like professional photograph like photography.
It's almost like they had like on-set photographers take those pictures and act like they were leaks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying like they're super confident in that, like, and that makes me happy
because they look way too too real to be leaked photos.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be a good film. It might be one of their highest like films, I think, in terms of critical reception. It might even beat out Wonder Woman, I think.
I still think that Todd Phillips is a weird choice for the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like I wouldn't have pegged the Hangover director to do a Joker movie.
Well, yeah, but like let's be real. Like I think it's gonna happen. Like who's the Raid director? He's doing he's doing a movie that's getting really good critical reception for Netflix, and no one pegged him to do a horror film, like a really good horror film for Netflix. And like he's it's crazy.
Yeah,
like different genres and stuff.
Yeah, for me, I wouldn't say I'm hyped. I'm interested.
Mm-hmm.
That the first time I watched that test footage, it kind of put me off because I'm like, it looks a lot John Wayne Gacy-ish. I'm like, I don't know if I want that for Joker. Then the more I saw it, I'm like, okay, I'm warming up to it.
Yeah.
Then I saw those pictures. I'm like, oh, this looks pretty promising. Yeah. And like, I think Phoenix will do a good job. But again, my main problem with Joker is that every actor since Ledger has to go full method. And I'm like, you shouldn't be able to go full method for the Joker. And that's
But isn't Phoenix always like that though? That he goes full
Phoenix and Leto are those type of actors, but I just don't like how you have to go full method to be the Joker. I think it's stupid. Mm-hmm. But what do you think, Marvel DC fan, about these photos and like the test footage and stuff?
I mean, honestly, when I first saw it, I was like, I was kind of disappointed, but then the more that I watched it and the more that the leaked footage and all that stuff came out, I started to grow more of an appreciation, and I realized that this beat anything with Jared Leto's Joker, like, just out of the water. So, I mean, I'm tempted to see it. I'm interested to see what they do with it for the setting that it's in and how much they're changing from the source material. So, yeah.
Yeah. TLoU, your thoughts on the Joker stuff?
I like it.
Yeah. I guess we can move on to Spider-Man, the release for the stealth suit released.
Yeah.
And I mean, they're okay. It of course it's a set photo, so you can't really judge it. So like it looked fine to me, like nothing special. It was like an up shot, so you didn't really see the whole costume. It kind of looked like the noir suit, but it's the stealth suit, so it's like really weird.
Yeah, it's a combination of stealth and noir. And there was also leaked photos of Mysterio Jake. I don't know, like some people were saying he wasn't officially confirmed, and I was like, I thought he was officially confirmed. The photos just prove it. That's him. Some people are like, nah, man, that's not it. And I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure that's him.
That's him. Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah.
That was him.
I mean,
and the Mysterio costume looks fine. Like it's far away, so we don't really know what it looks like. But again, Boss Logic with those crappy Photoshop jobs.
Mm-hmm.
He just recolored the Thor costume and put a helmet on Thor. Like, really?
Yeah. I mean, like, my general consensus with the whole thing is that it looks fine enough, but what I'm really hoping for is that they put the damn fishbowl on his head.
No, I don't think they're going to. I think that might be CGI, to be honest. like I think they're gonna make it look like CGI with the bowl with his face in like behind it. So I'm pretty sure it's all CGI.
Yeah.
That's what I think, but overall, I just think it's gonna be a really good film. I think it because it has supposed to have Nick Fury and stuff like that, and if they cover like the biggest complaint from Far From Home was like the not Far From Homecoming was the action sequences, and yeah, I'll be honest, the action sequences weren't the best in terms of Spider-Man movies that we've had in the past, and they've hired the stunt guys from like the old movies and fight choreographers that I think that it will top Spider-Man: Homecoming, and they just have to have the villain to the same level as Vulture or better. And I think that'll they'll be
I
fine.
think this will. I think it'll topple this Vulture fight. I think personally.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see.
Well, that's just me. So while Red Hood is coming back, right, into his house and that, do you mind if I just take away and just actually talk about one thing? So
Yeah,
that
sure.
I can clear people's thoughts on that. Right. So as you guys know that, people have just been going left, right, and center, been going, oh, there's gonna be, because obviously it's gaming stuff. Oh, there's gonna be a Rocksteady Justice League game. Oh, there's gonna be a Rocksteady Superman game. Oh, there's gonna be a Rocksteady blah 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 blah. And I'm just like, guys, they haven't confirmed it yet. And you guys are clicking on like comicbook.com, Heroic Hollywood. I've seen people like tweet out and tweet at me and stuff like that. And I'm just like, dude, this is stuff hasn't been legit. And I've checked it myself and I'm just like, no, this is fake. Like I checked everything, did the backstory, spoke to a couple of journalists, and they said, yeah, this stuff is fake. It's not even legit. And plus, Jason Schreier from Kotaku has been tight-lipped about Rocksteady too. So he
sorry to cut you off, but I gotta go. So.
Okay. See you later.
See you later. Yeah. So with the whole Rocksteady scenario, where I'm telling you guys, don't believe a single word. What you hear from 4chan or from Reddit, don't believe them until there's been official word from Rocksteady, because I've just seen this shit and I'm just like saying to myself, these guys are just like clickbaiting, stuff, and it's like, and some of the stuff which they post on the website, right, like comicbook.com and Heroic Hollywood, they got the story that they post got shut down within a space of 2 hours on the day they got leaked out, or rumoredly leaked out, right, by Jason Schreier from Kotaku. And I'm just like thinking, okay, if he shut both the Justice League game down and he hasn't shut down the Superman game, I'm just like thinking, well, we'll see what happens. But at the end of the day, I just think people are just getting ahead of themselves. But we do know they are working on superhero games. Not hero, but heroes. So it's just a question of when they're going to announce it and if they're going to really push it out for the VGAs or they're going to push it out for March of 2019. And VGA is looking to be the Avengers, yeah, I think. That's why I think the Avengers Project 2018 is going to be like the Avengers Project. We're going to get some news, hopefully. But it's like, I don't understand why people are just like going to me and just saying, oh, the Avengers Project is not going to happen. I'm just like, they've said that they've got something for 2018 and they haven't said anything yet. But I'm sure they're going to say something. So, yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it was yesterday or Monday that it got leaked.
Yeah, something called Justice League Crisis or something like that.
Yeah, and it's like I follow all these comic book sites, and like I kept seeing this thing from Comic Book Resources where it's like, oh, they're making a Justice League game, and in parentheses, like, not Superman. It's like, I'm not even going to read your article, CBR, because I know you're wrong.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying they're making a Superman game, but like,
it's like it's clickbait, and plus on top of that, Jason Schreier from Kotaku denied it, like on 4chan, basically stated that that rumor is false. They're not working on Justice League. It's superheroes though.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's it, right, Red Hood?
Red Hood is still not here. That's the thing. Can't end the stream. Damn it.
Yeah.
And like, but
I guess we could just shoot the shit until he comes back.
Yeah. So, like, guys, all I can say is, if you've enjoyed this podcast, make sure you hit the like button. If you aren't following us on Twitter, make sure you follow Inspector at the Inspector, right?
Yep.
You follow your boy TLoU Plays at mTLoU. You can also find me on Twitch, which is twitch.tv/TLoU Plays, and also my YouTube channel where I'll be doing YouTube videos. I'll be starting making videos from tomorrow, and I'll be talking about this whole Rocksteady thing and hashing it out on my channel. And
you here?
He's still in the car.
Yeah, I'm here right now.
Okay.
He's still in the car.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm still in the car. That's fine. Any other topics you guys want to talk about, or we could do the outros? Wait, no. Actually, I can't even end it because
you can't even end it because he's in the car.
You can't.
Yeah. All right.
But there is one thing we can't talk about. We can talk about one thing, which is the comic books.
Oh yeah, the comic books. Yeah, the comic books that just came out today. I
haven't caught up with the comics, so you guys are gonna explain.
Yeah, my haul was pretty small today. Scott Snyder's Justice League issue 9 came out today. I thought it was fine. I've been kind of lukewarm on his Justice League. Like, I've liked it, but this issue was mostly a playsetter issue for the next storyline coming up, which is an Aquaman story. There's a lot of good character interactions. I do feel like he's getting better voices for each character, but I still feel like he suffers with some characters still. He's still trying to find his voices for other characters, like Wonder Woman. It's getting better, but he still needs work. But the art was great by Jorge Menez. I think my favorite issue this week was probably The Witching Hour, which is this Wonder Woman Justice League Dark crossover that's happening. This issue was pretty much just a setup issue, and this crossover is going to be happening all through the month. I think ending on Halloween. So that's going to be interesting. Mm-hmm. My only complaint is that the art was a bit inconsistent. Some of the art got a bit muddled when there's a lot of stuff going on in some panels, but the art was overall good. What else came out this week? I picked up an issue of Plastic Man, which I missed a couple weeks ago. It was fine. I really like Gail Simone, but I feel like she's going nowhere with this series. It's a 6-issue. It's a 6-issue miniseries, and this was issue 4, and I still feel like nothing's happening in this book. So there's 2 issues left, and she kind of needs to wrap it up. But this story is really going nowhere. The art was fine, a little bit rushed from the previous 3 issues, but still good. Mm-hmm. There's another issue that came out this week. This is another week where I forgot to pick up Green Lanterns, because I forgot to pick up the last issue 2 weeks ago. And I forgot to pick up this issue. And the next issue is the last issue before Grant Morrison takes over Green Lantern, which is going to be interesting. I can't for the life of me think of the other issue that came out. Oh, Injustice 2 came out. The print issue. Because I know it's already ended in digital, but the print issue came out. And it was good. The next issue is the last issue of Prince, so I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, what about the Justice League thing with doing the Aquaman story? Because I remember some people say that Zach isn't good with Aquaman in terms of like writing him or something.
Oh, Scott, Scott Snyder.
Scott, why do you say Zach?
Because a lot of people,
Jeez.
a lot of people, like whenever a person thinks Snyder, they think of Zach. So
Yeah, no, like I know which Snyder you were talking about. I just
Yeah.
accidentally said Zach.
I can't really say because he hasn't really had that much character depth, like character exploration in this series so far. His writing is okay. I feel his Aquaman is a bit too jokey. My main complaint is how he writes Wonder Woman and how he writes Flash. Because even though the Flash in this book is Barry, he writes him like Wally, which is annoying. And that's because he's just trying to make it like the animated series, so he's giving him the Wally characterization. Hawkgirl is really good in this series. I like the way he characterizes her, even though I can't really reconcile. She made this weird reference to the Bronze Age and like her relationship with Dr. Manhattan, and it felt like really out of place and like really messed with the continuity of her because this version of Hawkgirl is Kendra Saunders, and she referenced a time and period where Hawkgirl was Shaira. So it's really hard to reconcile the continuity of the Hawk people because it's so all over the place. But that's the one thing that really confused me and really got me scratching my head. But I'm looking forward to the next Aquaman arc. Mainly because it has Francis Manapul on art, so it's going to look really good. And they're to go along with the movie, they're putting out like movie variant covers. And one of them looked like pretty much exactly like the movie poster, and it was like that is like I usually like that artist and his variant covers. His name is Francesco Mattina. He's doing like a bunch of like the Batman variant covers right now, and the one of the Heroes in Crisis variant covers, the Harley Quinn variant for Heroes in Crisis. That was him. I love his art, but just that cover looked way too much like the movie. Like it even had like the shark, and it was like really weird.
Okay.
He didn't like he didn't get like he drew like the Getty shark, but it looks like it was the Getty shark from the poster. It was like really weird. I'm looking forward to it. This month in comics is going to be kind of light for me, just because I feel this is like a transition month. Because next month you both have Grant Morrison's Green Lantern coming out, and also G. Willow Wilson taking over Wonder Woman. So I'm looking forward to those books coming out in November.
Which is the month? Which is the awesome month, by the way, November.
Yeah. And also, what I like. Oh, yeah. I can't really think about anything else.
I got a couple.
I've got a couple of questions.
What
if you don't mind me
about
asking.
have you guys seen the Spider-Man thing? Into the Spider-Verse? Where
Oh yeah. I forgot about that.
I actually haven't seen the trailer, but I've seen pictures.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of suits, and you could see the Insomniac Spider-Man suit. In there.
It's cool.
It's cool they've added it to it.
I still not a fan of the animation. It still looks a bit stiff to me. Yeah. Just in the people, I think in the city it looks really good, but I just don't like how the people look.
When you say animations for people looking, are you talking about like art style for the people, or are you talking about
the art style? The art style for the people.
Usually the animations it has to do with like movement and stuff like that.
Yeah, like just how the animation looks, like how the people look. Yeah. Like Peter, even though he's probably like in his 30s, he looks like he's like 50 or 40, like in his 40s. It looks like really weird how he looks. It's funny that they got Nicolas Cage to voice Spider-Man Noir.
Yeah. I didn't hear. How was he in that? Or
You barely hear. He has like one line.
okay.
You can't really hear him. And they brought in like Gwen Stacy, like Spider Gwen, and
Yeah.
she's being voiced by Haley Steinfeld, I think.
Huh.
I think she's the best like looking character, not because she's a girl, but like in terms of like how she looks as like one of the people in the movie.
Right.
They also Spider Pig.
Oh yeah.
It's voiced by a comedian. Yeah.
Yeah, Spider Ham. That's his name, Spider Ham.
Spider Pig.
Yes. And John Mulaney is voicing him, and I think John Mulaney is a comedian. I've heard he's really funny. So I'm still looking forward to this movie. I still feel it. I don't know if this marketing is like getting people hyped up about it. I feel it might struggle in the box office.
When's this movie supposed to come out again?
It comes It comes out the week before Aquaman comes out.
Okay, I'll admit it. Like the marketing for it, like in terms of trailers, like promoting the movie, I haven't seen much of it. I don't think that merits it being a bad film. I think it's going to be probably one of Sony's best films this year.
Oh, I'm not saying it's going to be a bad film. I'm just saying.
Oh no. I'm saying that to the other people though.
Yeah.
Not to you.
Yeah.
It's just like I don't know. I don't know what Sony Pictures is doing in terms of marketing because they're not doing much for it. I think they need to start ramping up the marketing. If not, then they need to hire more better marketing people. Hire the PlayStation people, to be honest.
Right, guys, I'm sorry I'm going to have to love you and leave you. But you mind if I just do my outro quickly before... Alright, guys, if you guys are going to follow me, make sure you follow me on Twitter, which is at mTLoU. Make sure you follow me on Twitch, which is at twitch.tv/TLoU Plays. And also you can find me on YouTube, which is at TLoU Plays. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next podcast, which hopefully will be next week, right?
Yeah.
And I'll join that properly. So I'll see you guys then, and until then, see you guys later, yeah? Alright, peace.
See you later, Claudia.
See ya.
So, in the meantime, because we're about to... It's going to end soon, don't you worry, guys. I was in a situation I had to pick up a family member. I kind of like conflicted with this, but I wanted to get that episode still out. But continue with the Spider-Verse and stuff. That I think like I will go see it. That's also a December film too, right?
Yeah.
What about Bumblebee? I completely forgot about that.
Oh, the Bumblebee trailer?
Yeah, I know a lot of people hate the Michael Bay films, and this is being directed by a person that has nothing to do with Michael Bay. He made Kubo and the Two Strings. And I seen the trailer actually, and I think that was the best one out of the two trailers that they put out for Bumblebee. And and they put the G1 Transformers, and I fucking love that fan service right there. Because the Michael Bay films never had that, right? Michael Bay just didn't care what people thought. It was like, big explosions make a film better. Yeah, how big can an explosion be?
Yeah, make all them overcomplicated with a bunch of gears and stuff.
And then make a female character so dumb, and so attractive that everyone will go to the film to see it. And granted, I was a kid, man. Megan Fox, okay? Come on now. Megan Fox back then was a guy's crush. My crush back then when seeing the first two Transformers was because of Megan Fox. Not gonna lie, I moved on from my past mistakes.
I mean, Haley Steinfeld isn't that hard on the eyes either.
Yeah. And I was just but overall, Bumblebee looks like a great film, and I think it will reinvigorate the franchise that it do.
Yeah.
It needs that. It needs to be that tone. It needs to have that fan service that people wanted. They wanted those G1 designs from the get-go, from the cartoons,
Yeah. I agree. It was
And
cool.
yeah, no.
Yeah. They showed like one of the mini cons. Was it Ravage, right? That popped out
Yeah,
of Soundwave?
yeah. They showed
Yeah.
Soundwave. They showed Optimus Prime. I did not know the two Decepticons though, because
One of
supposedly
them.
they're
One
not
of them was.
known.
Oh, I thought
Like the
one of them
new,
was
the
Starscream.
modern ones, right?
Oh, the modern one. I don't know.
Yeah, that's not Star. The one that becomes a jet and then a car. Yeah, that one isn't
Oh, the
actually
triple change.
Starscream.
Yeah, like I don't know who the triple changers are.
Yeah, those are two different people I have no idea about. Right? So
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh wow, these are Transformers I have no idea about.
Yeah, because
And I was just like, and I think this director, hopefully, is of how so many films are coming out that month that it doesn't get affected much, because like this is what Transformers needs. This is the film
I
to
agree.
do that. And if it gets just doesn't do well because of the other films, I'm feel bad for it. Just like I felt bad for like movies like Spider-Man: Homecoming was a success, but it could have been such a bigger success. And same thing with War for the Planet of the Apes. If they weren't in the same like keep going like every other week, you know what I mean? Or every week there was a new film, and then there was Dunkirk.
Yeah, that's why I worry about Hellboy, because putting it in between those two movies, it's just gonna get swallowed by those two movies.
Yeah, and I agree with that. And like Hellboy, that's a problem with Hollywood in terms of like releasing movies.
Yeah. Hello? Red Hood? Hello? Red Hood? Hello? Can you hear me? Hello? Hello? I still can't hear you, Richard. I don't know what's going on. Oh, hello?
Gosh dang, my phone died and everything.
Oh, that sucks.
Feels bad. R.I.P. Red Hood. Oh,
RIP,
dude.
I'm like, you just cut out. What happened?
Yeah, I was like, what the? Everyone's like, rest in peace, Red Hood. Oh yeah, wait, I completely forgot. Did you see the Harley Quinn teaser on DC's Universe streaming? Huh? I didn't see it.
Yeah, it came out. It's like it was like 30 seconds. It was just a Harley and Ivy thing.
I thought that was supposed to be Margot Robbie. I remember this. I don't know if that was a rumor.
I don't know, but it's whatever her name is, Kaylee Cuoco. That's her name, right?
Was she the one who did the other Harley Quinn thing with?
No? She didn't. I think in Assault on Arkham, if I'm correct.
Okay, no, then that's better. No, I thought that was Tara Strong, Assault on Arkham.
No, Tara Strong did Batman and Harley Quinn. I think. Let me check. Batman and Harley Quinn.
Or is there two Harley Quinns? Because one's supposed to be super mature.
No, that was Melissa Rauch. I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Let me look it up. Margot Robbie, Harley Quinn, animated. So.
Oh, speaking of Titans, everyone's saying that the Starfire is like the breakout character.
Huh. Interesting. So, okay, it was a rumor that Margot Robbie to possibly voice Harley Quinn anime series for DC streaming service. So this was false then. All right.
I'm seeing a lot of warm reception to Titans, so it's.
But that's so weird because like this is the image that they used for it, I believe. Like let me screen share real quick and show people. Because I'm pretty sure this is what they showed. Because this is what they showed initially, right? Unless there's two Harley Quinn shows. Right? I'm completely in the dark right now. Because that's what they showed. And that doesn't look like the same art style to me. No. Or maybe they changed it. You know? That could be the case. But I guess this shot down the rumor of Margot Robbie, voicing the character. Which, I was a little hyped that if it were to happen. But, I guess it won't happen. But, oh well. And also, The Conjuring 3, because we know Conjuring 1 and 2, James Wan directed those, I believe. He's tapping a director to replace him at the helm.
Huh. So there's going to be a different director for Conjuring 3?
Yeah, The Conjuring has a new puppet master and director, Michael Chaves.
I don't know
Che's
how I
most
feel about
recent
that.
film was New Lines: The Curse of La Llorona, which Juan produced. It was due to hit theaters in 2019. That Juan will still have a say on The Conjuring 3, acting as its godfather. That's a quote, godfather. And he's gonna, and while working closely with Shavs, The Curse of La Llorona, I got to know him as a filmmaker, said Juan, per THR. Shav's ability to bring emotion to a story and his understanding of mood and scares makes him a perfect fit to direct the next Conjuring film.
Huh. Interesting.
I never heard somebody say like I'm the Godfather in The Conjuring 3. So this is a dude. If you're a Godfather and this is talking about mafia stuff right now, that means he calls the shots, I guess. Juan, right?
Yeah. But
So-
hasn't he called the shots in like all the Conjuring movies because he's like the head like producer?
Well, it
of the
depends because
series?
None. I don't think he had anything to do with None. You know what I mean?
I thought I thought he was a producer on all the movies.
Like you could be a producer on the film, but not give actual like creative input.
True.
You know what I mean?
I mean,
Like
he
it
didn't
just be
create
there.
the character, so he probably had some say. But
Yeah, but sometimes like you'll have the name stapled on. It doesn't mean like that's what I feel like with J.J. Abrams. Sometimes you're like you have your name put there doesn't mean like he did anything. That's what I feel like. When like you see J.J. Abrams on so many like producers, so many TV shows and movies. Like, do you honestly feel like J.J. Abrams did all that creative stuff? Like, I feel like he didn't. No, that's just me. But like James Wan, it seems like he's gonna be like super close with The Conjuring 3 if he's comparing himself to Godfather. So anything like Chaz has to go through him essentially. That's how I feel. There, that's really it for the stuff that we talked about, and it was a good episode. And you know, I died, but I resurrected like the Phoenix, like a dark Phoenix.
yeah.
And yeah, I guess we'll do the outros. Marvel DC Fan, you know, you can find him on YouTube at Marvel DC Fan X. Was it 99 or
99? Yeah,
99, and Twitter the same thing, and Twitch. Maybe Twitter something else. Just like search Marvel DC Fan for him. Also, I guess you can find me at you know, of course, my Twitter at RedHood240. If you guys haven't followed me yet, make sure to follow me there. And also make sure to hit that like button if you guys enjoyed this episode. I know we kind of stretched it a little bit towards the end, but like I couldn't end it right at the car because of I was using a second device and my main device was still on the stream, so I couldn't do anything at that part, and I do apologize. And this was just a rare instance that would happen. It's just like I had to pick up a family member, so it kind of came up suddenly. That's what the phone call I was like. I knew it was going to happen around this time frame, so I do apologize. And also, make sure to also comment below and let us know what you guys thought of every single thing, and let us know if you agreed, disagreed. If you thought the me getting cut off mid-sentence was funny, let me know. And also make sure to go over to my Twitch channel at RedHood420. We will be live streaming. I don't know. I don't think we'll be live streaming tonight. Tomorrow will be a sure thing. We will be live streaming Kingdom Hearts 1. Most likely we will finish it because all we have to do is 2 more worlds, and then we can make our way to Kingdom Hearts 2. And hopefully you guys enjoy that, and also give me, you know, some recommendations on other games you guys want to see me you know, live stream you know, for you guys. And make sure to hit that follow button. So Inspector, where can they find you at?
They can follow me on Twitter at the Inspector.
So Make sure to follow him up. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I hope you guys have a great night. This is the Overleveled Podcast, signing off.
Bye, guys.